Welcome to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, and yes, I am the Lone Ranger. Broadcasting here on WDBO on this beautiful Sunday morning. Hope you're enjoying it. And, sometimes it's beautiful, sometimes it's rainy. You never know what you're going to get. But you know what you're not getting is snow. That's what we're not getting. And here's what we are getting. We got a great state here. We got a great governor. We got no income tax in the state of Florida. I mean, it's just a great place to live. Do you know that I was reading an article the other day that said that Tampa is the number one city in North America to buy in. Jacksonville's the number 2, and Orlando's number 9. In the top 10 of all cities in the entire country, we got 3 of the top 10 right here. Right here. I couldn't be happier. You know what that means? And this article was all about buying homes and making money. So you're going to make probably the most amount of money in equity based taking price point into consideration, because we're not the highest price city in North America. We're not even close. We're probably running about 15 to 18 right now on highest price cities. So we're not there yet, but we'll get there. We will get there. So is it good to invest in a city, in an area that's going to prosper? You darn tootin' it is. So having said that, if you have questions for me or you have comments about any of the statements I make or statistics that I throw out there, then feel free to give me a call. You can reach me directly at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. I'm the Lone Ranger, Bruce Woodburn. Been in the mortgage business for 33 years. 33 years on the 19th of this month. So not quite 33 years just yet, but I'm just a few days shy of it. Closed well over 10,000 transactions. Why do I close more transactions? I'll tell you why. Because I help more people. I help more people win what they want. And that's what it's all about. Now, do I do that because my rates are the best in the country? No, they're not. They're not the best in the country. They're the same. They're in the middle. They're right in there. They're great rates. They're not the highest, and they're far from the lowest. But here's what makes the difference. Because when you shop me against the Rocket and the Loan Depot and your bank and your credit union, I'm the same rate. We're all the same rate. And typically you should get the same rate, because if somebody quotes you a little bit lower than that, they're probably going to come up with a little bit of a surprise. Somebody quotes you higher than that, they're probably a mortgage broker and not a direct lender. So you want somebody that's going to give you excellent service and close on time and give you rates and terms. That's what I'm all about. So I built my business around service. I met my wife. She was a real estate agent for a local real estate company here in town, and I was calling on her. I must say that she didn't really care for me at first. She thought I was a little obnoxious, okay? She thought that I was a little pushy trying to get in the door, but she had taken a job with this local real estate company that I had already been calling on for probably 6-7 years already, and I felt comfortable with the agents in there. Well, they put her on floor duty, and she was the guard at the gate. And she came through and she says, "You're not allowed back in the back room without an appointment." Well, I thought, well, what do you mean? I've been coming back here for 6 years. And you're telling me I can't come by? Who are you? You're the new girl on the block here. So she says, "I don't care. You have to have an appointment." So I stuck my head around the corner and I started naming off people that I thought might be back there. She goes, "Nope, Reese is not back there. No, Patricia's not back there. No, Larry's not back there. Oh, Sue, how about Sue? I got an appointment with Sue." "Yeah, she's back there." So it kind of irritated her a little bit. Okay, and I can understand, but I had a job to do. So I didn't know she was so irritated with me. But 2 days later, I'm working late at night. It's like 10:30 at night. My phone rings, okay? Back when you had the brick phones, the big giant ones, analog cell phones. Anyway, phone rings. It's her boss. "Hey, Bruce, Dave here." "Hey, Dave, what's going on?" "Hey, I got one of my agents. She's struggling with this real estate transaction. The deal's falling apart." I go, "Well, what seems to be the problem?" She goes, I don't know. I just don't think the lender knows what they're doing. Can you take a look at this for me? So, of course, he had picked up the phone and told her that he was going to call me. And she's like, no, don't call that guy. Don't call that guy. He goes, no, I'm calling him. So he calls me. I take the transaction. I fix her transaction. We get the deal to closing. Next thing you know, I'm having lunch with her. And then, as fate would have it, I guess I was a little more charming than she originally thought I was. And now, on the 19th of this month, on the anniversary of when I started my business, is the anniversary that I married my wife, Michelle. So on March the 19th, we will have been married 28 years. 28 years. Beautiful wife. Puts up with me. And I'm going to tell you what a lucky man I am. So, and she's my ops manager. She runs the company here. And she's sharp as a tack. That's why my business does so well, because I can operate super efficiently. The team that I've got is unbelievable. My loan officers, my loan officer assistants, my processing department, my closing department, it's second to none in the industry. Second to none. Not because of me, but really because of her. I bring the business in. I am the social guy. I'm the loan arranger. I can structure a mortgage better than anybody I know in the industry. And if you don't believe me, I'm applying for the job. Just put me to the test. I'm there for you. I'm there for your friends. I'm there for your family. And I can tell you something, you deserve great service and you deserve a great loan product. Call me, 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or webringyouhome.com. So a couple other things I want to talk about while I'm on a little rant here about my beautiful wife and how lucky I am to have her, how lucky I am to have my two kids. So Michelle and I got married. We ended up having two kids. Guess what? Born on the same day, born on March 18th. Both my kids born on the same day, 5 years apart. I'm going to tell you something. I got a pattern going on here. I'm not sure how I did it, but apparently mid-March is my pattern. So going to celebrate kids' birthdays, going to celebrate my anniversary, going to celebrate the anniversary of starting my business. Just got a lot of reasons to celebrate in March. So, and I want to thank each and every one of you, my listeners out there, my loyal listeners that listen to this show and call me. And a lot of folks call me and they go, I didn't think you were going to call me back. Well, of course I'm going to call you back. I'm a service guy. I like taking care of people. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. Now, what's going on with mortgages right now? Holy moly, it's like a ride in a stagecoach in this job. I swear, I come in the morning and interest rates are one thing. By lunch, they're another thing. And by the end of the day, there's something else. I'm telling you, it's like watching gas prices. I thought it was a doggone zip code, but it was the price. And I'm watching these things, and I'm watching the mortgage rates because I watch the market all day long, intraday. I'm watching trends. I'm watching cycles. I'm watching the bond market. I'm watching all these kind of things that can give me an indication if I can help my clients have a bit of an edge. And I'm telling you, it's almost exhausting. A client will call me in and go, hey, what's the rate today? Well, this morning was 3.99. All right, I got to talk to my wife. I'll call you this afternoon. Well, what is it now? Well, it's 4.125. That much in 1.5 a day? Yep. Listen, you're watching a lot of changes in the market. It's not going to get better anytime soon. I'm just going to tell you, there's no fake news here, okay? You're not going to get some sales pitch story on why you should believe that things are better. Like I'm hearing these commercials that interest rates are, still at historic lows. Historic to what? They're not 2.75 like they were a year and a half ago. Heck, this time last year, the average rate was 2.875. Right now, it's high threes and even low fours. And that's if you have excellent credit. If you have any credit dings, even below a 750, you're into the low fours. If you're mid sevens, you're probably into mid fours. And if you're into high sixes, you're probably into high fours, at least higher than 4.5. So, and that may even come with some points. So here, am I telling you this because I'm trying to make it a sales pitch? No, I'm telling you the reality of it. It's not always pretty, but I'm going to say this. It's still absolutely amazing time to buy. Do you know my new sales for new clients were up by 10%? They were up January and February by 10%. Actually, February was 9, January was 10. So my business is up. Why? People are jumping in. I think because they already know. You guys are smart enough to know that interest rates are on their way up. Anybody that calls me and is surprised by interest rates right now is either living under a rock or in complete denial. So you guys are smart. So what you're doing is trying to get ahead of it. Okay. I'm going to get my house before they hit the 5s because that's right around the corner. I mean, come on. If we're already in the low 4s to high 4s, depending on scores, and the Fed hadn't even raised the Fed rate, and the Fed hasn't completely stopped tapering mortgage-backed securities, where are they going to go once that happens? I mean, come on. Did you think you were going to see $4.25 a gallon for gas? Guess what you're going to see? You'll see $5.25. I wouldn't be surprised if we see $6. I really wouldn't be surprised. But I'm pretty confident we'll be in the 5s for sure. I think we're going to be in the 5s and I think by the end of the year, we could be 6.5%, even 7% interest rate. So look at, okay, they say right now that we're at 8.5% inflation rate. But that was when they estimated oil at $88 per barrel. Guess what they are now? $1.30. If you factor that in, we're at 15% inflation rate. Heck, we were only at 14% inflation rate when Carter was in office. What did that do to us? So it's not going to get better. The only way to make it better is to change who you got in Congress. Change who we got in Washington. That's the only way to change it. These people don't get it, and they're in denial, and they think that this is just because of Ukraine, or else that's what they spin it off on. It ain't. Trust me, it ain't. So that's my rant on that. Getting back on track. Whew. Rates are on their way up, but they're still low enough to where if you get in now and you get into a mortgage now, it fixes it. It stops it. It won't go any higher. Your rate's locked in. So buy now. Well, it's at today's rate and you're not paying 5.5 or 6.5 in just a month or two from now, because that's probably going to happen. But add this layer on top of it. By the way, let me give out my phone number just because sometimes I get excited about this whole stuff. 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or webringyouhome.com. Okay, so now we know interest rates are going up. They're already up from where they were last year. But housing prices going up. So it's probably going to go up another 20% this year, maybe 15, but probably closer to 20. So let's just look at what it did from this time last year. February 2021, the average median sales price was $305. As of February 2022, $365,990. Okay? So you made $61,000 on average for a median priced house. Now, if you added 65,000, let's just say even $60,000. So it's $60,000, and if you were to calculate what a payment does for every $10,000, it's about $60. So that is another $360 a month just by virtue of the house going up by $60,000. So same house, $360 a month more than last year. Now, guess what else? You increase that by 1% interest rate, and that's another $360. So we're $700 a month more for the same house you could have bought last year. $700 a month more. I mean, come on, my first mortgage wasn't even $700 a month. 407-706-3313. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Ranger Radio Show. Don't go anywhere. 407-706-3313. Where we bring you home.com. Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn. Yes, I am the Lone Ranger on this beautiful Sunday. Couldn't ask for a better day. Come on. All right. Might be a little cloudy, a little rainy, a little sunny. We're going to get a little bit of all of it today. But it's a great day to be alive, a great day to be an American. And I want to thank you for listening to my show. All right, last segment we talked about, well, I ranted a little bit about what's going on with the economy, what's going on with rates. But I also am strongly suggesting that if you are considering buying or if you don't own, do it now. Because you may not like the direction interest rates have gone in since last year, because they're already a point to a point and a half higher than they were this time last year. But houses are already $50,000 to $60,000 minimum more now than they were last year. So that same house is $700 to $750 more a month for you right now. And it will do that again this year, because they'll go up another 50, 60,000 and interest rates will go up another percentage. They're just it's going to happen. So that means that if you didn't buy last year and you don't buy this year, your new payment's $1,400 a month more for the same house. Do you really want that? I don't want that. I don't want you to want that. I don't want you to get that. So pick up the phone and call me at 407-706-3313. Now, we were talking about houses going up. Seminole County went from $305 medium price to $365 $990 in 1 year. 20% increase. It's going to happen again. But here's the alternatives. We could continue to rent. You're doing great renting, okay? You got no obligations. You probably have a free gym, maybe even a public swimming pool, but you got nothing to show for it. And here's the thing. Rents are going up by 20%. They're going to raise rents by 20%. That's going to happen, okay? They don't want you to stay in the house. They want you to move out so they can raise that rent faster. That will happen. You'll have nothing to show for it. Now, we have a choice, because if rents continue to go up, you might have to move further out of town, which could affect your employment. You might not be able to afford rent anymore, because a 20% increase in rent could be no longer affordable, because your income is not going to go up 20%. Heck, we're at 14% inflation already. Did your income go up 14%? Honestly. If you made 100 grand, did it go up to 114 this year? I don't know. I don't think a lot of people did. I don't think a lot of people anticipated that you were going to have these huge increases in interest rates, in the price of bacon, in the price of gas. I don't think people anticipated that. I just honestly don't. So don't delay. Don't wait to get into a home. Do it now. It's still a good time to do it. Listen, your average house that you could have bought last year was $272. It's now $366. $366. So you're going to have to qualify for more. Are we going to wait till it hits $427? Because that's what it's going to be next year. Now, instead, that $65,000 could have been in your equity bank. Don't delay. 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or WeBringYouHome.com. Stop the bleeding. Renting is an adjustable rate. Buying is a fixed rate. Renting is perpetuating poverty. Owning is perpetuating wealth. Which one do you want? If you're renting, you're truly sitting on the sidelines of life watching everybody own part of the planet, and you're sitting around there as a renter on the planet. Why not own a piece of this planet? Own a piece of dirt. Once you own it, it can't go anywhere. Nobody can take it from you. No one can take it from you. As long as you make the payments, it's going to be yours till the end of time. And let me tell you something. I never met a poor landowner. I never met a poor land baron. People that own property make money. Stop sitting around watching the rest of us get rich. It's your turn. Let me help you get there. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Lone Arranger Show with Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage, the Lone Arranger. See ya. Back in 5. Welcome back to the Lone Arranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Arranger, CrossCountry Mortgage. Been in the mortgage business now for almost 33 years. Been married. Same date, same anniversary, 28 years. 28 years to my lovely bride, Michelle. Man, am I a lucky guy. So we talked a little bit about that. I'm lucky for a lot of reasons. She's a great, wonderful wife and mother. Both kids have birthdays on March 18th, my anniversary on March 19th. Very proud of both my children. Very fortunate to have a wife like Michelle. She is the ops manager. She runs the show over here. I don't really run the show, okay? People think I run the show. I don't run the show. The boss is Michelle, not me. And if you work here, you'll know that. It's pretty easy to tell. So it's like the good parent, bad parent. People come to me, I say yes for everything. People go to her and she'll go, why did you say yes to that? Well, that's not entirely true. She also is the yes woman too. And she said yes to me. And that was the most important yes I ever heard in my life. Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Arranger, CrossCountry Mortgage. Want to talk about mortgages? Want to talk about what's going on in real estate? Want to talk whether you should buy or whether you shouldn't buy, whether you should purchase, whether you shouldn't refinance? Let's talk a little bit about refinances. I'm still hearing a lot of refinance ads out there that we're at historic lows. Are you kidding me? We're not at historic lows. Don't be fooled by gimmicky ads that say we're at historic lows. A historic low was a year and a half ago when interest rates were 2.75. Now, they're not 2.75. They're 3.99 to 4.25. So do you really think that we're at historic lows, or do you want to hear the real news and get the real truth? Or do you want to just listen to what somebody tells you that sounds good? Because I like it when somebody told me the interest rates were still at 2.99%, but they're not. They're not. But don't be afraid of that. It's not going to stop me. I'm still buying property. Cleve's still buying property. My real estate investors are still buying property. My new business was up by 10% in January and 9% in February. Call me. I want to help you. 407-706-3313. 407-706-3313. Now, let's talk about opportunities. First of all, I'm passionate about helping first-time home buyers. If you're a renter, stop everything you're doing. Go to my website, WeBringYouHome.com, and apply right now before rates go up and the houses go up. Hell, my builders are raising their prices by $5,000 a month and sometimes $7,000 a month. Why? Because they have to. Everything's costing more money. You don't think houses are going to go down, do you? That's built-in money for you. It's built-in wealth. Now let's talk about the move-up buyer, the one that needs to sell to buy, but you're going to turn around with a ton of money in your pocket as soon as you sell, but you don't have the money in your pocket until you sell. And all these realtors are telling you, we don't accept contingency offers. You can't buy until you got a contract on your house and all that. Listen, let me show you some ways that we may be able to get around that. Now, I have ways to help people get qualified for a mortgage that they don't always have to sell the house that they have. There's other ways that we can maneuver that. There's creative ways we can work within that. Call me. One of the things we can do is, let's just say you're going to sell a house and you're going to walk away with $200,000 off of it, and you want to buy a $600,000 house. But you don't have the $200,000 because you hadn't sold the other house yet. But you do have 5% to put down. So I'll do 5% down, close on the new one, sell the old one. Now you're sitting on a pile of cash. What do you do with it? Well, when you put a pile of cash on a mortgage, what do you think happens to it? It lowers the principal. Does it affect the payment? It does not affect the payment. It's just going to pay the house off a lot sooner because you're paying interest on less money. So instead of it paying off in 30 years, that may pay off in 15 years if you threw $200,000 at it right away. But you're like, you know what? I kind of want my payment to reflect the lower payment. You come to me on all mortgages with the exception of VA. VA will not allow it. I will do what's called a recast, and I will re-amortize your loan for next to no money at the new balance and reflect the payment based on the new balance. I can do that. CrossCountry Mortgage, the loan arranger. Call me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Now, let's move on to some other topics that I think are really important. I'm getting a lot more jumbo buyers out there, a lot more wealthy people looking to buy luxury homes, all fancy and all that stuff. Okay, so great. We got the program for you. Now, my jumbo loans are phenomenal. What is a jumbo loan? It is a mortgage that exceeds the loan amount of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. What is that loan amount? $647,000, $650. So actually it's $647,000, $680. So just call it $648,000. Anything over $648,000 is jumbo. So you're looking at a house. If you want to put 20% down, my jumbo rates are even better than my conventional rates. I mean, I'm telling you, if you're a high-end borrower or luxury, you got to come see me. Now, then I've got a segment of the market that's like, well, I want to buy $1 million house. I just don't want to put $200,000 down so that I've got my 20% into the deal. You don't have to. You don't have to. I can get you a mortgage up to $1.5 million with 3.5% down. Okay, now don't get me wrong. It ain't for not good credit score borrowers. You got to be rock solid. Okay. And you have to have substantial cash reserves. And you can't own a bunch of other properties. But if you don't, and that's the mortgage you're looking for, 3.5% down, no PMI. And rates still extremely attractive. Not as low as my straight up jumbo, but still low and no PMI and 3.5% down. Ain't nobody got no 3.5% down jumbo. Loan Arranger's got it. 407-706-3313. You want to go to $1,750,000, 5% down, no PMI. I got it. I don't know anybody else got it. I got it. Okay. So I've got all you jumbo characters taken care of. Now, where do you go for that? Well, you can go see my friends at Hanover Family Builders, but most of their products don't exceed that limit. A few communities like Hanover Lakes may get into the high sevens, $800,000 price point, but only a few. But my friends at AR Homes out in Bella Colina that also will build on your own lot, high-end, luxury Arthur Ruttenberg homes, like really nice stuff, top of the line. I'll connect you with my friends there. Just call me at 407-706-3313. We'll get you a great jumbo product that will blow you away, build a brand new home with my friends at AR. Now, let's go back to Hanover. 20 communities throughout Central Florida. Locally family-owned business, now owned by Landsea Homes. They will pay your closing costs by using the loan arranger. If you are a real estate agent, stop dealing with these giant builders. I'm telling you, I am dealing with one of the largest builders in the country right now. I deal with them all the time. You know their names. They got an initial. They got one starts with an L and ends with an R. Okay, they're giant, and they just don't care about their customers. I'm telling you right now, I got a veteran right now fought to get a contract on their home. Fought. Now, listen, they're a good builder. I like the quality of home they built, but they are really making it difficult, and they're getting back to where it was in 2006, where they got very arrogant. I don't like arrogant people, and I don't like arrogant businesses. We should all be in the business of customer service. Take good care of people. Show them you care. Show them you really care. That's what we should do. I don't care if you're super busy, just say, you know what? We're not taking applications right now. I'm sorry. We'll let you know when we are. Thank you very much. We appreciate the opportunity, but we're too busy to take on your business. I'd rather you tell me that than string me along, especially a veteran. It makes no sense, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like people that take advantage of customers. So you want to be catered to? You want to be loved up on? You want Neiman Marcus service at Cracker Barrel prices? Come see the Lone Ranger. That's what you're going to get here. You're going to get great service, low prices, great rates, low fees, great service. I mean, come on. That's what it's all about. You don't believe me? I'll give you a list of clients that I close every month. One of the top producers in Central Florida, one of the top producers in the country. Not because I'm so great, because my team's so great, because they cater to you. They care about you. Don't you want that? Have we truly forgotten about what good service is? Have we truly forgotten about saying please and thank you and my pleasure and yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and yes, sir, and no, sir? What happened to that? I tell you what, man, I didn't say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. My daddy would smack me across the head. And you know what? Rightfully so. I look back. Now it's yeah, huh? What is that? Yeah and huh? Huh? I don't know. It ain't for me. I want to give you great service and I want to take care of you. I want to give you great information. I want to keep you up to speed on what's going on with your mortgages. Even if you don't own, even if you already own a home, you're locked in, you got to know what market conditions are doing. Let's talk about VA buyers. A lot of VA buyers think that USAA, the automobile insurance company, is the place to go because they've positioned themselves in marketing. We've become such a believer in marketing, it's absolutely unbelievable. I'll tell you something. I'll put myself up against USAA or Veterans United any day of the week with a veteran. You give me an opportunity, you're going to find somebody that cares about you and is really going to go to bat for you and get you a great loan at a great rate. That's what I do for veterans. 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. Now, let's talk about some other programs. Let's just say you call me up and you go, yeah, my credit's pretty good, Bruce. Well, what's pretty good to you? I don't know, 670. I pull it up. No, it's 620. Oh, man. Do you know a lot of lenders won't touch you under 640? They won't even touch you. They won't even talk to you. Won't talk to you. Some lenders will go down to 620. There's only a couple that'll go down to 600. Only a couple. But do you know what I go down to? I don't care what your score is on an FHA loan. I'm a direct FHA lender. I've got no overlays, meaning additional risk layers that I put on my loans. All I do is if you qualify, we close your loan. You qualify, we close. Now, if you're under 580, FHA requires you to put at least 10% down. You can't do 3.5% down when you're below 580. Can't do it. But we also coach you on how to improve your scores. So all you first-time home buyers out there, all you people that didn't think credit was important or didn't like paying your hospital bills and medical collections and all that, that's okay. Come on and see me. Come on down. We'll get you fixed up. Now, if you don't like the rate, your rate is in direct proportion to your credit score. So let's fix your credit score. We'll help you do that too. I got some great programs. Don't sign up for credit repair unless you go to me first. I don't like most credit repair companies. And believe me, I got 3 companies I like, but I'm going to tell you something. They do not pay me one dime to send your business their way. Not one red cent. I do it because I've vetted them and I want you to get the right service. 407-706-3313 for the Loan Arranger. I don't care what your score is on an FHA loan. I can do VA loans at a higher debt ratio than most other companies. They'd freak out about it. Okay? My jumbo rates are the best in the market. Lowest down payment on jumbo rates. USDA, 0 down payment. I got all the programs, man. Refinance. You hadn't refinanced yet? Yep. Are the best rates in your rearview mirror? Doggone right they are in the rearview mirror. They sure are. But for some of you, it's still right. I could consolidate your debt. Even if your rate went up, if I can consolidate debt, let's just say I pay off $1,000 a month more in debt. but your payment went up $200 a month. That's an $800 a month gain. You apply that $800 a month gain to your mortgage, and you took a 30-year mortgage and paid it off in 12 years. Come on, let me work out some numbers for you. It's easy. Call the Loan Arranger at 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger, on the Loan Arranger Radio Show. Stay tuned. WeBringYouHome.com. Welcome back to the Loan Arranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger, and this is the last segment of the show. Man, it goes by fast for me, I got to tell you. I hope you got a lot of information out there. We talked a lot about what was going on in current market conditions, what are interest rates doing. Of course, they're on the rise, just like your bacon and your gas. So it's probably not going to slow down. Good news is that housing prices are going up right along with it. Now, you may not think that's good news. And nobody that's out shopping for a home thinks that housing prices going up is good news. But you know when they do think it's good news? The day after they close. Then they want them to go up like crazy. So let me help you close on your transaction so that you can experience all kinds of real estate gains. I mean, we're seeing record times. You got to remember, your average appreciation is about 3%. This 20% business is going to go. Just like when interest rates were 2 3/4, I told you they're not going to last. They didn't last. I'm telling you that the prices of houses are going to continue to go up. They're going to continue to go up. Get in the game. I don't care if interest rates aren't 2.5% anymore. I don't care if they're not 3.5%. I don't care if they're not even 4.5%. It doesn't even matter. Get into a home now. You're going to make more money on the appreciation. Don't step over $1 to pick up a penny. Don't worry about it. Get in the game. Do it now. Do it now. Stop being a tenant on the planet of life. If you haven't refinanced yet, call me now. We can consolidate some debt, get you paid off faster. 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313. If you're a first-time home buyer, pick up the phone and call me now. Let's stop being a tenant on this planet. Let me help you. I get into one of my classes, my first-time home buyer class, my home buyer class, my leapfrog class, my real estate strategies class, my real estate mastery class, my construction to perm class. Oh, by the way, I just did a big class and brought in a professional in renovation loans. Let me tell you something. Renovation loans could be your future. If you're a real estate agent and you're struggling with buyers, making multiple offers on property, and you're driving right by that one that's a dump, let me show you how you can make the one that's a dump just the shiniest house on the whole block with my renovation loans. I got them right here at CrossCountry Mortgage. 407-706-3313. 407-706-3313. WeBringYouHome.com. Easiest doggone website to apply for a mortgage in the entire history of time. No planet has one better. I'm confident of that. I can say that with confidence. There's no other planet that's got a better online website than I've got right now. It's so easy, I can even do it. And I am really technically inept, okay? Like, it's push button, what's your name? What's your address? Blah, 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 blah. You can even download and connect your bank accounts right to my application, and I'll pull your bank statements right out for you, okay? Same with your employment. Put your employment in, bang, got your verification of employment right there. Reduces documents, speeds up time, closes faster. Now, if you get on my fast track loan approval, that's not a pre-qualification. That's not a pre-approval. That's a full underwritten approval. Now, you people are struggling with multiple offers out there. You know somebody that goes, well, my cousin made 5 offers on a house. He keeps getting outbid. You know what? You're getting outbid, but you're also getting outnumbered. Now, here's the problem. You don't have the people to back you up. When you are fast track with me, then you have a full loan approval. I will pay the seller up to $500 a day for every day I miss the closing. $500 a day for every day I miss the closing. You know why? Because the loan arranger ain't going to pay no money because he's going to close on time. 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. I'll be back next week, same time, same place, Saturday with Cleve at noon. Tune in then. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. See you then, and thank you so much. God bless.